Welcome back, Gaming with King family, to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And we're going to be jumping in here and get qualified. Champions Division. As we jump on in. Alright, so only me and that player alone in this group so far. As the time goes on, the group will fill up. Alright, so we're going to be jumping into our first race. We're using Max Verstappen and or Charles Leclerc. And we're also using the 10% asset buff parts. We don't have Lewis Hamilton at a good level to use him, or at any level as a matter of fact. So we'll just use the buff parts. Alright, so let's go jump on into our first race and see what we can do in this one. Here we go for our first race. We're on Belgium. The spa for this one. Wet qualifiers. Where do we qualify? P11-13, that's nice. And it's going to be dry into wet race. Alright, so we're going to go soft tires with one driver, and we're going to go hard tires with the other driver. We're going to give the Kawhi to Max Verstappen on his softs, and the Cuppa to Charles Leclerc on his softs, and Verstappen is on the hards. Alright, let's go. Alright, so perfect start. Ooh, look at that start from Leclerc, and he just slams into the back. Man, he just slams into the back of a car. Which car is that? Ocon. He just slams into the back of Esteban Ocon. And now we see Esteban Ocon kind of being a blockage for him here. But we'll push him to overtake Ocon. Not working out. Let's try it now. Still not managing to get by Ocon. Let's allow him to go freely. Now he does squeeze by Ocon. Esteban Ocon was a crazy roadblock for him there. He got a great start and he just slams into the back of Ocon. And there was no way to go. Nowhere to go from there. He managed to recover though. And he's now up to P6. See if we can go around the outside. No, we can't, so we'll keep it on the inside line and cut him down to conserve. Alright, so we're going to be going into pit now for a fresh set of softs with servicing. Oh, it's gonna be heavy rain. Heavy rain's coming in, guys. So we're gonna need to go to pit for this heavy rain. $30 seconds. And then we'll just go around with or Verstappen. How much people are on softs? Just a few. Let's boost on in. And let's boost our Verstappen by pit. See if we can squeeze up to P11 off Alonso. Up the inside now. Yes, we did. And we've managed to pick up a few positions from in the pits. We're out on wets. Track is not yet started to rain. We're the only car out here on wets now. So that's going to give us a little bit of slow. Let's just boost him. Put in our go to pit orders for those wets. Here comes the heavy rain. 1 minute of it. And we kind of drop way back to P18. Alright. So we boost on in with or Verstappen, and we're going to be boosting by with or Leclerc. Sun is going to come back out in a few. So we're going to have to stop them again as the track is going to start drying out in a few because it's bipolar weather. Those on those hards are going to be benefiting the most unless they pit for wet when the track starts to dry out. Leclerc on hard tires blocking us here. Stroll passing, but Leclerc blocking us, or Leclerc is being blocked, unable to pass. Now we're gonna let him go around for another lap, both of them, and then we're just gonna stock for softs. order. Verstappen has a little bit of juice. George Russell. Alright, Perez. Yeah. Alright, so here we are now. We're gonna just put in our go to pit orders for softs with no servicing. Softs with no servicing. Softs with no servicing. We're gonna stock on those softs with no servicing. Now let's boost more Verstappen in. Get to these softs. 1 minute. And the final lap. Let's see if we can get through some of these wets. Now let's see if it's different on the softs versus the wets, or it's the same as the wets versus the softs. Where, I mean, Spa is a track where overtaking is a bit difficult, so that plays a role as well. But the soft seems to be moving through the wets a bit quicker than the wets moving through the regular tires. The soft seems to be, so when the track is dry and you're on wet tires, you get past fairly quickly. But when the track is wet and you're on dry tires, your drivers tend to defend a lot more. Alright, so 36 points for our first race. We'll take it. Now we're going to take a quick look at the debriefing, and then we'll jump on into our next race. Alright, so there we go. That was the strategies. And that was the driver match versus the car match. Alright, let's go jump on into our next race and see what we can do in that one. Here we go for our next race on Japan. Dry qualifiers here, so it's probably going to be a mixed race or a wet race, as it was 56% chance of rain. P12, P13. Leclerc out qualifying Verstappen. Interesting, Verstappen has a lot more qualifying stats than Leclerc. We're going to go Kappa and Prince. 2 minute to cloudy stint, then back to rain. So it's mainly going to be a wet race here. Good start from Leclerc, didn't slam into the back there. Now he's up on the pack. Verstappen up to P11. Leclerc moving through. Verstappen is not like an Alonso that is very aggressive getting through the pack. I might be switching back to Alonso, no lie, because Alonso is an aggressive driver to get through the pack compared to Max. Probably at a higher level. Max is a bit more aggressive, probably at level 6. But we all know Alonso at level 5 is very aggressive when it comes to overtaking and making up those places. Rival Hamilton boosting away. We're not going to defend that position. Give some support here. And then we'll just squeeze back up the inside. Alright, so we went around the outside, so we didn't get that position. Alright, so Leclerc up to P2, looking good. Almost squeezed by there. Can we now? Yes, we can. Alright, so I want to do 3 laps and 4. We cross the line with 50%. Can go for 4. And that looks like Leclerc to me, so I'm going to bring in Verstappen into pit now for a set of wet tires, and then we're going to allow Leclerc to go around for 4 laps as he picks up P1. Great drive from Charles, make his way up to P1. Alright, something interesting is going to happen in this race. Alright, so Verstappen is going to go to pit here, and the rest of the pack is going to go to pit on lap 4. Now, here's what's interesting is going to happen. What I'm wondering, or what I'm going to be looking for, are they going to be pitting for wets, or are they going to be pitting for regular tires? Because the track is drying out. It is cloudy, so it's going to be interesting to see what tire selection the AIs go for here. That's going to be very interesting. Let's see if Verstappen can get past Hulkenberg. He's trying, he gets him, and come work for his undercut. Now take a look at the AI. Ooh, they're going for regular tires. They are going for regular tires. All of them are putting on mediums and hards. None of them come back to wets. None of them. Yep, that's what I was looking at. So the track is still above 50%, so Verstappen here should be able to go through and pick up all the positions, and it's going to be starting to rain in a few seconds here. So Verstappen should be able to move his way up to P2 for a 1-2 finish for us here in this one. Alright, let's see if he crosses the line at 50% so we don't push him too much. Yep, he's crossing the line with 50, and we're still not at 27% yet. As you can see, the plume is still behind the cars. Now we're going to drop below 27% and the plume is going to disappear. Alright, so there goes the plume, it's gone. Alright, there's no more smoke behind the cars. That's where the wet tires. Now we see the rain starting up. How far is P2 away though? There he is down the road. We can catch him. And here comes the plume. There goes the plume again. So the wets are now in full effect, while the softs should be not in that much of an effect. And as you can see, we've caught up to P2 fairly quickly. And it's just a matter now of Verstappen getting by him in a corner. There we go. So P1, P2 for a very interesting race. Hopefully this is how the race plays out on Sunday. Hopefully this is how it plays out on Sunday. Oh, this is the qualifying, so this might not be in the final set of events. But yeah, great race here, and that theory played out in my head perfectly, and it played out on track perfectly as well. Alright, so interesting there. Let's wait for the rival to complete their race. Then we'll take a quick look at the debriefing window and see how the debriefing looks. Alright, let's go. Alright, so hit debriefing. There we go. That was our strategy, and that was a strategy of every single other driver to go for 4 on the wets and come back to regular tires, because it was drying out, so that's why they selected for regular tires. Right, that was the match with the drivers. Oh, Leclerc has more qualifying than Verstappen. Interesting. And that was the car. And yeah, let's jump into the next one and see what we can do in that one. For our next race, we're on Australia for this one. Melbourne. Let's go. Tight qualifiers here. P12, P15. Right, Verstappen got pushed back a little bit there. Alright, we're going to give Verstappen the mediums for the one stop. And we're going to go with the Kawhi for him. And Cuppa for Leclerc. Let's go. Perfect start for both drivers. Leclerc kind of got a slow start there. He pulled out and then he just kind of draw back. Verstappen and okay start now up to P13 on his way up, as Leclerc makes his way as well, squeezing up the inside. Got past AI Verstappen and then got pulled back there, but he's trying to squeeze back by him. Verstappen kind of stuck in P14 here. unable to move up as we try to squeeze past AI Verstappen. Got him. We're up to P4, and or Verstappen is up to pardon me, something happened with our camera and it closed out. The spell of misfortune continues as we record, but we continue to push through. We continue to push through as we boost Verstappen by pit there. As Leclerc moves up to P2, we're going to bring him in, no servicing. We can boost him on in from there. And then we're going to boost Verstappen right from here to come and go by pit. Let's see who's in front of Verstappen, who's going to pit. Nobody is going to be going into pit in front of Verstappen. So let's see if he can use this power unit to move up to P8 up the inside. Yes, he does. Cut down as the rival boosts away. Our Leclerc is back out in P3. Here comes the rival. We want to see if we can sneak by Magnussen on the corner there. Yes, we could. So the rival is now out of power unit and he's behind. Alright, so we have one more car in front of us who's on our tires. We're going to boost from here. See if we can go pick up P3. No, we can't. It's already out. As our Leclerc continues. We push up on AI Leclerc. He's on hards as well. Can we squeeze by him naturally? Nope. We're gonna have to save a little bit of power unit, and whenever we get an opportunity, we're gonna just squeeze him by, or we're gonna just give ourselves an opportunity down at this corner coming up. Not there, not there. Boost from here, so we can take him on this corner inside. There we go. Got him. All right. So use that little bit of power unit to get up to P6. Great. So P2, P6 for us in that race. Alright, let's take a look now at the debriefing. I don't know how far the camera stopped recorded. But yeah. It's rough. It's rough, guys. I don't know what happened to my equipments. But yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's go jump on into the next race and see what we can do in our final race here. Here we go for next race on Mexico City, our final race of the video. Let's go see. We should have switched in Alonso to give him a drive here, but we probably switch him in the opening round to give him a drive. Verstappen has better qualifying stats than Alonso, but he's just not as aggressive in the driving as Alonso is at all. Let's give him the couple as well. Yeah, he's just not as aggressive. As you know, Alonso is very aggressive going through the pack. We're not getting that from Verstappen at all. Right, here comes Leclerc trying for the inside line there, got blocked, pushed back. Now he tries again through the pack, and he's up to P8. As you can see, Verstappen is still in P14. If it was Alonso, he'd probably be up to P10 by now. So that's the difference that I find here with Verstappen and Alonso. That Alonso is more aggressive driving through the pack than Verstappen. So I might switch back to Alonso. Though they both have they both give the same team score. None of them move the team score needle, so I'm not going to be losing team score to switch back to Alonso level 5 compared to Verstappen level 5 here. The only difference is that Verstappen has a little better qualifying stats than Alonso. That's the only difference. Alright, how much percent did we cross alignment with Leclerc? I'm not sure if we could squeeze 4 laps out of him and go for the 1 stop. Let me see, 25%, where is it? 25, right there. Alright, so we're about to run out of tires about right there, so we're gonna just go for it. And we're gonna come back to the medium so we have room to boost. And we cross the line with 40% for Verstappen, so he can squeeze 5 laps and come back to softs to go to finish. We'll just cut down now or Leclerc and let him conserve on his way to pit. To save back right there is where we're gonna run out, and that's exactly where we run out. And we're just gonna bring him in now. We have a good amount of power units saved up. We can't boost or Verstappen, we'll just have to let him drive naturally because we need that 20% across the line. Alright, we're looking good, and we're gonna bring back Verstappen. 2 soft tires. Alright, we should have mediums on the front runners going for 5 laps. So let's boost Leclerc from here. So we pass them all. And we're going to also boost our Verstappen into pit. We should have just enough to boost into pit. Here comes Leclerc for the undercut, and he's all the way up to P3. Soft tires are going to be coming behind. Here comes Verstappen for his exit. He's all out in softs. Alright, so a host of softs behind. So we're going to put our focus mainly on our Verstappen here to get him to pick up some places through these mediums and hards who are behind here. Let's boost him here. Wait, did somebody not pit? Oh, they're in pit. Perez. Can we get Perez in that other car in pit? Yes, we can. Put down there. Boost back up at the end to try and squeeze past Lance Stroll. No luck. And we boost here. Now we got Stroll. And now we pushed or Leclerc to finish from there. Let him empty that power unit as we try to close the gap to these guys with Verstappen. Give a little bit of boost around the corner, then we'll charge on these straight. Cut back up. Now here we go. Almost catching up to those medium guys. Leclerc up to P3. Final push as we give Verstappen his final push as well. Can Leclerc move up to P2? No, he cannot. Can Verstappen move up to at least P8? Let's charge back quickly. No, he cannot. We don't have the power unit to attack on the final corner. Alright, so great race in the end. P3, P9 for us there in our final race. Really appreciate you guys who watch the full videos. Let's take a quick look at the debriefing here. Use code word Toyota down below to let me know that you made it to this portion of the video. Really appreciate you guys who watch full videos for all your support. That was the setup. That was the set, the strategy. That was the driver match. That was the car match. And there we go. Alright, so that's basically going to be it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your event. And our final score, 150, 163, which is pretty nice. Alright, so that should definitely get us qualified. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are doing in your event as we continue to go through our challenges here with our recording equipment. But we continue to push through to make these videos for you guys. Alright, so that's basically going to be it. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Shout out Christopher Graves.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to